Final project for English by Andrea Acevedo and Josymar Rodriguez, and it's about Matias Klotz Ponce's house. Matias Klotz is a Chilean architect and we choose him for our final project. We will explain the basic concepts learned in this course, English for architects and urban planners, using one of the greatest buildings of this young master, the Ponce's house. First, we'll give you a small review of the building. The House Ponce is an order for housing a neighborhood of the 40s in the conurbation of Buenos Aires. The terrain is extremely long and narrow, with important vegetation on the edge, a strong view on the slope, and Rio de Plata in both hands, which give one side of creek. The idea was to maintain the view from access to the river, so that the house doesn't become a stopper that divides the ground in a forward and one back. On the main floor at the street level, but high rigor in that part of the land, are located public spaces, kitchen, terrace, and pool, forming a volume completely glazed. It relates visually to the ground in all their addresses. On the upper floor, rooms are located in a volume more closet than the previous one, which serves as a roof terrace. The socket is the laundry machine room, wind cellar, and night quarters. Access to the main floor is done through a walkway bridge. Circulation is one of the most important elements for understanding the spatiality of a building, because when we move, it's possible the complete perception of the spaces. On the implementation and floor plans, we see that the house is separated in 3 longitudinal parts that tell us how the human must move. In horizontal terms, on different floors and in sections, we appreciate that the stairs has a big role in this house, because there is not another type of ascending system and they are in the middle of the building, demonstrating that even if the house has a horizontal character, the ascending movement is very important for this architect. He is one of the most admired young architects because he dominates in an amazing way all the designing elements. Light and rhythm are the ones that give us a lot of work of inspiration in a designing project. In the case of Klotz, we can see the rhythm inside on the metallic columns corridor or the front of the outside of the building, watching the gain of mass versus space or empty volumes against full volumes. The light gives us better perception of this gain and of the spaces, producing interesting effects on all of the parts that conform the house. This building is a house, an intimate place where people live and cheer, and the space and scale have to be treated very carefully because of that. All of the spaces feel very comfortable and cozy, so we can say that the scale was used in the right way. The distribution of the spaces is very harmonic, as well as the relation between service places against the served ones. If we take a look to the implementation plan, we can see that the acoustic was a decisive element for the design of the house Ponce. The mass of the building is retired off the street to smooth the sounds and noise from the outside. Matias Klotz is considered a master on the use of color and texture, because these materials give a lot of strength to the piece, fulfilling of emotions the outside and inside spaces. Examples: rated house. In this house he used the same materials of Ponce's house, a little bit of wood and glass. The interior of the space is always with natural light and with a great view. The horizontal circulation is always a pattern of their design. Rock's house. In this work there are 2 buildings made with different material and they are connected by a float corridor. Wood and glass are the materials used in the building and concrete and paint of the other. The connected corridor is very interesting because the rhythm and light that produces. On the other hand, there is a building very different of these houses. He designed the medicine school located in Chile. The facade is very different and modern with metal and glass, but it's even present the excellent use of illumination and the horizontal circulation. Matias Matias Klotz is indeed a master of the various techniques of design, through the grid, circulation, light, and ribbon to the incredible use of space, scale, color, and texture. This architect's work has captivated us.